everyone! I just wanted to do a quick video about rituals and how you can get the most out of a ritual when you do perform them. And I guess first of all we need to define what a ritual is to us. So what a ritual is to me may not necessarily be what a ritual is to you. For me, a ritual is not much different to a routine, and the reason why I say that is because I found when I tried to put a lot of time and energy into creating a ritual, I often didn't end up doing them because I just couldn't find the time in my day or the energy to do it. So I started looking at rituals a little bit differently. So to me, the difference between the ritual and the routine is really just about intention. And the reason why I wanted to go over this with everyone is because I do feel a lot of people have the same problems with rituals. A lot of the time we tend to try and do a ritual around perhaps the new moon or the full moon or the wheel of the year, for example. And at this point in time we are currently at Samhain or Beltane, depending on which hemisphere you're in as well. So it's a really key point in the year for us to be able to perform a ritual. We've recently just had a new moon as well. So I wanted to sort of explain to people what a ritual is to me and how I get the most out of my rituals, and not make them too complicated as well. So while certain things like having, a whole ton of incense and, particular ingredients and things like that to create a ritual can be super empowering and can give that extra touch of magic to something, at the same time a ritual doesn't need to be that complicated. I did show you earlier in the video just a few snips of things that to me I classify as a ritual. So this can be as simple as making a cup of tea. A cup of tea or a coffee when you have that in the morning can be a part of your ritual. It's all about how you approach having the tea. Instead of just going about it blindly and just following the actions that you always do, it's about stating the intention. It could be to nourish your body, it could be to energize your body or awaken your body. The same thing goes with cleaning. Cleaning to me is one of my biggest rituals that I always do. And this is not just in day-to-day times. I tend to try and time my cleaning to be around either the new moon or the full moon, or at times like this on the wheel of the year. The reason being is because I can then get the added bonus of that extra hit of energy in the cleaning in order to make it a ritual and to make it a more sacred event in my life. And when I do the cleaning, it's not just about going through and doing the physical aspects of cleaning, like vacuuming and mopping the floors and dusting and all of this kind of stuff. I also will incorporate other things into it, like I will smudge the house. I will, sometimes use my singing bowls to bring harmony into the home again. It's all about this sacred intention. And after I've done the physical act of cleaning, and even through that process, when I'm filling up the mop bucket and that sort of thing, sometimes I might add some essential oils into it or something like that, perhaps lemon or salt or anything along those lines to help cleanse and banish. But most of the time it's all about my thought and my intention. When I'm filling that water up, it's about knowing that the intention for this is that I'm going to cleanse the energy and I'm bringing in this sacred energy again. So rituals really can be something very simple that you can incorporate into your day-to-day life. And the key thing that you need to remember to get the most out of your ritual, you have to have a strong intention. You have to have a strong thought of what you want to achieve. So it's taking that time before you go through the process of doing something to pause and to think about what it is you want to achieve from this. And in some ways this is also bringing in the art of manifestation into it as well. And manifestation is all about the power of thought. So we really do undervalue the power of our own being. The magic comes from you. A lot of these extra objects, things like, when you're creating a spell, for example, when you have all of these different ingredients that go into it, though it can be additional power and additional magic, the ultimate magic comes from you, comes from within you. The key ingredient to everything is who you are and your intentions and your thoughts. So to really get the most out of your ritual, it all comes down to you, and it all comes down to how you view these things. So I really wanted to just focus on that because it's important to me, and I do feel that it's important to others as well, to understand that you don't need to have all of these fancy things to create a ritual. Your everyday life can be a ritual. To me, going out into the garden every day to check the garden is a ritual because it's me nurturing things that are growing. I'm paying attention to little things that may need to be attended to. Cleansing the space that I work in the office with incense and smudging it, that's all part of the ritual. And the same thing can be said for you. It's all about your intention and how you view your routines and your rituals. So I do hope this has given you a little bit of food for thought and helped you to sort of understand a little bit more that rituals don't need to be overly complicated, and they don't need to have all these different fancy ingredients, though they can be very beneficial if you do have that. Please let me know if you have any further questions about rituals, and if you'd like me to elaborate more on when I do get a little bit fancier in my rituals and what I choose to do. And I really would love to hear from you, so please leave a comment below if you have any other questions. But thank you, happy Beltane, happy Samhain to those of you, and lots of love and light, and I will see you next time. Bye.